what baffles me is what makes you think to try
do
that.
this.
Who the hell told you that?
That's some ancient fucking wisdom knowledge, dog. That's how bored ancient man was, bro. He didn't have all this technology to occupy him, so
This is also land of dreams. Now these years have turned to three. In the midst of all our swamp.
he's out here squeezing frogs' asses and fucking they like, you know how the mushroom came up, right?
Right.
I mean, obviously they're like, food. Let's try this out, and they're like, oh, this is different food right here.
Right. And it could have been the frog looks wet.
Dude, a frog.
I'm thirsty. Maybe if we squeeze the frog, we'll get some water out of it.
Perfect. That's a great explanation of they see these frogs and damn, these frogs look juicy. And they were eating the frogs, right?
Right.
No, and they were like, oh, this frog hit different.
Yeah, well, like 30 minutes. I guess if you would ingest it that way, it would take a little while to kick in. So maybe 30, 40 minutes later, like, dude, I don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? And then you start bugging out. And then you have, when it obviously is, it's not going to kill you. So when your trip's finally over, you have to think, what did I do? You know? What made that happen? And it was the frog juice. So you go find another frog. And then eventually, I guess somebody, you know, let's say you poured it onto the glass, you got sidetracked, forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? Came back, it was hard as a rock. You know, some caveman shit. Start playing with it.
That's your fucking caveman voice, huh? Ooh, wah, 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 wah.
You start playing with it. And some, you know, I mean, you don't have a big light.
And them motherfuckers must have been smoking everything though, dog. You know, they'd be like, that was one of the tasting methods. Oh, you can't eat it. It's not good to eat. Could we smoke it? Could we make fire? You know what I mean? Like make fire out of something,
right?
Bro, you know,
right?
What happens when we burn it?
Yeah, and you gotta think that's fire at nighttime is like a light show. You know, fire looks cool. Like you still get hypnotized by fire if you like.
You attracted to light. That's why when there's a light like right here, it's like instinctual for you to keep wanting to look at the light because we're drawn to light, bro. So back to the whole UFO Da Vinci painting. There's light in the sky, but then there's a disc looks like a dark hole. It looks like a black hole, right?
Yeah, because it's just some of the footage that we see of them, it just looks like this glowing object. It doesn't look like it's anything but just like a orb. You know what I'm saying? Like a huge orb.
I think I think they were videotaping each other. The Tic Tac UFO.
This man is eating a Tic Tac mint. It has a smooth outer coating. And then a surprise inside.
See, I did it too. I just think that's our shit.
All right, that is a great topic.
Yeah, that's the shit they don't want. That's not no fucking. It's our UFO.
That is a great idea.
It's not an alien in there. Now
check this out. I was listening to Dr. Stephen Greer, right, who made that unidentified. No, not unidentified. He made the Sirius documentary.
What's his doctorate then?
He's actually an ER doctor.
Doctor?
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 So his story is a little deep because his story, he was doing it on the side, like I guess as a hobby, just, you know, research. And he got like a guy who was in the Clintons, one of the high up government officials in the Clintons, in Clinton administration, wanted him to brief the president on the UFO topic and what he knows about it and what's out there or whatever. And they basically supposedly sat down, you know, the president said, you know, he wants this to be, you know, he wants the public to know about it, right? So he said, that you be the one to do it. This is what he claims. You know what I'm saying? And he had the 2001 press club where a bunch of retired pilots, military pilots, civilian pilots, commercial pilots went and all told their story. Like 20, 30 something people just sitting up there telling their story and their experience of what they seen, and they were trying to leak it that way. Well, what happened was during that year, that's when 9/11 happened. The ears turned their heads at that point. Right. So he started this company. He made 3 different documentaries. All right. And the second one kind of gets more into the same thing where these legitimate retired pilots, people who were in the inside tell their story. Well, what I was getting at is he said that we've been having this technology since like 1952. When after Roswell, we re-engineered it. And it's been underground ever since. And a lot of those crafts that you see are ours. And they actually some of them have USA logos on them and shit. You can't see them because they, and he actually went into detail and described the different ones. Like how you can tell the difference between one that's intergalactic and one that's from, that we actually made. And they have those triangle ones, the TR3Bs, I think what it is. It's the black triangle one. With the
TR3B.
They have that's the light for you could Google them and they'll show them. It's these triangle ones that have have the lights on each corner. And
that's a stealth bomber. That's a lot of
people
bomber.
Right. A lot of people think that that they're correlated together. Mm-hmm. Like they came up with the stealth and from that one,
right.
Or vice versa, that they created that after they created
other versions and different versions.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a new picture that's being circulated in the UFO community that is a pilot that actually got a picture with his iPhone of one that they haven't, only some people seen it. They didn't ever put it out to the public yet. But people who are in the public eye are saying they saw it. You know what I'm saying? And they're not ready to disclose it yet. But it comes straight out the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
And it's described as that triangle shaped, and he's got a picture of it coming out of the ocean. And it's like the best picture.
A military pilot?
That a pilot came up, snapped yet.
A domestic.
It was a military pilot.
See, I can't trust it. It's coming from the military.
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5.
You're right.
It's deep state intelligence, bro. It's fucking...
But why now is the question.
That's what I'm saying. They always been doing this shit. They stay doing this UFO shit. They've been fucking with people about UFOs. They just took it from like National Enquirer headlines and put it when media became like for real crazy, dog, right? So we were kids, it was always in the National Enquirer. It was always, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
But then they just switched it over and put it in the mainstream.
You know what's crazy about that? Guess what the guy was? I found this out like yesterday, bro. Mm-hmm. The guy who ran the National Enquirer. You know how, remember we growing up, we seen a lot of the alien bullshit. They always did it in National Enquirer. Guess what his job was before he became he was
CIA.
I was the CIA director. We lied, we cheated, we stole. It was like we had entire training courses.
He was a CIA guy in charge of misinformation.
Of course he fucking was.
Fucking crazy.
Of course he was. Elvis is still alive. And then they did it to us with Tupac.
Right. Which is that'll blow your mind. You know, that's kind of far-fetched to me, but I really think that there's something out there, and this is a misinformation to distract us from what it really is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
There's something out there. There's too many reports, bro. There's something going on. And they don't want us to know exactly, so they create this disinformation. And what the National Enquirer did was made everybody who believed in it, you know, who knew something just get disregarded by society.
Well,
and
what
say,
about
"Fuck it,
alien
you're
abduction
crazy."
stories?
Right.
What about those? What what is your take on alien abduction stories? Because they're very prevalent.
And doesn't, yeah, I think it could be two things. I think it could be there's real abductions, or it could be the misinformation. We re-engineered these craft, so we dressing up as these fucking aliens and go and abduct people and fuck with them so they can go back and tell their story. You know what I'm saying? Like the Betty and Barney Hill thing.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna know them.
Well, that's the most
names.
famous one, right? That's one of the most famous abductions of all time. And your girl who's a fighter, she's an MMA fighter, who's on Joe Rogan's show, is their granddaughter.
And that's the same story that most girls in the UFC have.
You didn't know that, huh?
I don't know who you're talking about.
You have to look it up. I'm sure you could just Google it, dude. He just brought it up the other day. But he didn't know. She came on the podcast, and he didn't know until after they were done. She told him, and he's like, "I wish you would have told me that before, right?" You know what I mean? It would have been a great clip, I guess. You know, but they never did get into the conversation about it. And then the Travis Walton story, which was the one that was Steven Spielberg recreated. And at the end, he said,
"For what movie?"
Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Fourth Kind, whatever that is, the one that came out in the 70s. And the Travis Walton story, I don't know if you ever heard it. It's crazy. So the guy, there's these guys working, these contractors doing some lumberjacking. And I don't know, it was a truck full of them. Well, they were driving home, and they saw a craft, right? So,
they had a movie about that. I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember this movie. Yeah,
right.
yeah, go ahead.
So
Keep telling
homeboy
the
gets
story.
out, Travis Walton gets out and goes after it, right? And they were like, "Dude, what are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck. Well, they basically watched him get sucked up into this thing, and then it took off.
Right. And I would go immediately to fucking, all right, they were lumberjacks. They came across a pile of fucking cow shit. They ate some mushrooms.
One more, that's it.
Right. And they seen a craft. They were in the woods, right?
And their homie just ran away.
Yeah. He tripped out. Well, they didn't know what to do. So
I mean, his name's Travis, bro. He's definitely had some mushrooms.
All
Somebody
Travis.
named
All
Travis.
Travis's take shrooms.
Yeah, bro.
That's a song right there. All Travis's take
shit.
shrooms.
So he came back.
So anyway, they left. They
left.
freaked out, fucking left.
They left his homie.
They left. They didn't know what to do. Well, right. Well, some of them was like, "Dude, we can't leave him there." So they went back.
But
and
they watched him get abducted.
Right. They watched him
get
get
sucked up by the ray of
check
light.
this out. It not done yet, because they didn't know what to say about it. Right. I mean, he's obviously gonna find up missing. People are gonna be looking for this man, and they were with him, and they don't have what they're gonna tell him. They watched the UFO fucking suck him up and fly away.
Right.
Y'all killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all, this is crazy. So they actually, I think they got charged with murder.
No shit.
Yeah. And then they all had, the thing is that they all were interviewed and they all had the same story. They told it to a T. They all took a lie detector test and all of them passed it. And then the dude popped up like 3-4 days later from a telephone booth. Like
Shut the
button
fuck
yeah,
up.
I'm serious.
On some Bill and Ted shit?
Yeah.
On some telephone
Some kind, like he got dropped off, right? They did some experiments on him and they dropped his ass off. You got to hear his story, right? How do you pull off everybody being able to pass a lie detector test? That's the one that's hard to wrap your head around. Like, it's from a debunk standpoint. How do you debunk that?
What if the government made him tell that story?
That's classified.
It's what?
It's classified. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
If they were all
Which
like
is really
mind control participants.
The only way that would make sense.
Like, okay, all you people gonna go tell the same story.
Right.
We're gonna
we're
gonna engineer this whole social experience. That's what everything is, social engineering, you know?
Right. And he's became like a pop culture phenom after that too. You know, you don't hear about him as much because it's old news, but he still pops up and, you know, and speaks and gets interviewed every now and then. It's a lot of alternative media that reports on this stuff. Like Fox News isn't going to talk about him, even though Tucker Carlson brought it up the other day.
We remain skeptical but open-minded on this and all things.
Like this particular Israeli scientist, this article, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he brought up the fact that they have a new picture that everybody knows about now because it hit the public light, and they won't let nobody see it, and that's the problem. Like,
yeah, there's always a new picture.
Why are you gonna tell us this one exists, but you're not gonna let us see it?
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It kind of, you know, they discredit themselves when they do shit like that, you know. And I mean, like I said, we're not gonna freak out. We're ready to see it. Nobody's scared.
There's nothing to see. Well, if there is something to see, we ain't ever gonna get to see it. That's how I feel.
No. You know, I think the pandemic will end real quick.
They're just gonna have us keep chasing our tail. But yeah, the pandemic ain't ending. The vaccine's coming. There's new strains. You know, these motherfuckers talk to you out of 3 sides of their mouth with all this bullshit.
We're gonna change the subject.
Hey, good. We getting off UFOs?
We went like 30 minutes on UFOs.
Yeah.
Wait, check this out, bro.
All right, Master Dreamer, show me.
Dude, this is fucking crazy. You been around City Park lately?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like I'm being interrogated.
Hey, you see something? You know you don't fucked up, right?
No! I said no. I said I pulled into the garage
You know you don't fucked up, right?
Just want to make sure, because...
No, I haven't been around City Park.
Because the horses have been sexually abused in New Orleans City Park is owned by Sheriff's Office.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Dude, I woke up this morning to this. One of the horses sexually violated in a stable in New Orleans City Park is owned by Orleans Parish Sheriff Marlon Gusman's office.
Hold on.
Wrap your head around that for a second.
Wait, no. I got an explanation for this. How we know it wasn't violated by another horse?
Here's all the mares. They're all flirting with Rennie, guys. Look at that. Get to have a little action on YouTube.
That's immediately what my brain thinks.
Because they got a picture of this guy right here.
Surveillance video captured this man sexually abusing 2 horses, one of which belongs to the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office.
Shut the fuck up. He got behind a horse?
I don't understand. How would a horse let you get behind you? The number one.
I don't even want to explore this conversation.
The number one rule for if you ever been around someone who owns a horse or horse safety is never get behind a fucking horse.
Well, I grew up with the daughter of a mounted police officer in New Orleans. You know, I grew up riding a New Orleans police horse, bro. It's the coolest shit I've ever done in my life, honestly, bro. But yeah, don't walk behind the fucking horse.
Dude, all right. So, New Orleans police continue to search for a man suspected for committing unnatural sex acts. What the fuck would be a natural sex act with a horse, right? On 2 horses inside a cluster of stables within the park.
2 horses?
Yes. It wasn't immediately clear who owned the second horse. The man entered the stables in the 1000 block of Fillmore Avenue shortly after 2 a.m. Tuesday. The suspect seen on camera wore a striped shirt and sports a distinctive tattoo on his right arm.
This sounds like an Onion article, bro.
I know, but this is NOLA.com.
Surveillance video captured this man sexually abusing 2 horses, one of which belongs to the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office.
It does sound like one. The suspect seen on camera wore a striped shirt and sports a distinctive tattoo on his right arm. A photograph shows a mask dangling around his neck because he didn't want to get them Roners from the horse.
He's got a tattoo of a horse on him.
He's got a Rona mask on his neck. He don't want to catch the Roners.
He's got a Mr. Ed shirt on.
When I get up for breakfast, there's no oats in the bin, 'cause everything is going out and nothing's coming in.
Police do not provide specifics on the alleged sex acts. The suspect was...
They're not providing specifics.
He's wanted on the charge of sexual abuse of an animal. It carries a max sentence of 5 years upon conviction.
So we're left to ponder what this dude did to the horses.
Yeah, they won't tell you.
So do we want to walk down that road? No.
Well,
I'd rather not.
It's obvious. It's been in this porn, right? Where
that's what I would want to say. So when I was 11 years old,
I saw horse porn when I was about 11.
Me and a group kids, we all sit in the living room, right? There's probably 5 dudes and like 2 girls. And the homie goes into his mother's porn collection. And it's like, it's summertime. I'll never forget the shit. We all in the living room. He brings out a couple porn tapes, bro. Puts the first one in. Bestiality porn. This dude's parents had bestiality porn on VHS. That's how old we are. Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah, VHS.
He pulls out the VHS and it's just the look. You're looking around this room and everybody's just like,
this? Right.
This exists?
You'll never be the same again.
And I'm looking at the girls. I'm like, what are they thinking?
I know. You think about the girls and you look at the girls and you're like,
because it's a girl on TV with the animal.
Right. It's not a guy. Right. It's the girls like pleasuring a horse, bro. And I'm thinking like,
yes.
Why would they want to be turned?
To that kid's parents, I'm not going to say his name, but fuck you, you ruined my childhood.
Dude.
I can never look at the horses the same, you know?
Every time you see
it was weird. That's weird, bro. It's weird.
Well, so, yeah. Check this out. I had, I guess, I don't know, my brother had got a hold of one.
And he didn't fucking burn it?
And, well, it was like stashed in the closet. Yeah, I guess he's a teenager. He didn't have a porn collection, but I don't know, when I saw it, it was like as a joke. Like they sit back and laugh at the shit. You know, look at this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this crazy.
Like Faces of Death type shit? Like the,
kind of that
like
same,
the chick blows her brains out after she sucks a fucking horse.
It was just it was like an hour-long porn of just crazy fucking bestiality type shit. Like
you watched the whole hour, it sounds like.
I think I seen it once.
Once is enough.
Like the whole thing, I think I've seen it once. But then see what happened was I walked in while him and his friends were watching the shit.
Oh,
so
man.
You know what happens with that?
You put your brother on blast.
I don't give a shit. As soon as he leaves, as soon as they leave, my partners come over. You already know I'm gonna show them this crazy shit.
Oh, well, you got traumatized, man. You got traumatized there.
Yeah, I fuck with everybody.
So who'd you show it to?
There's friends in the neighborhood whenever you come over. Bro, check this crazy shit out, dog. You know, and it's just, I don't know. It's like, how is it, for one, how is it anatomically possible? You know what I'm saying? And two, like, dude,
Change the subject.
There's one, real quick, there's one, like, the one scene was them blowing a horse, right?
I know, I seen it.
The next scene was this chick being bent over by a fucking big ass pig, bro. I get pig tagged
I ain't
up,
seen
dude.
Matilda!
I missed the fucking pig porn, bro. That is fucking insane, bro. Where has this pod, dude? We slow in an hour. We fucking went all the way down to pig porn, bro. What in the world just happened, bro? We started with Wu-Tang fucking name generator, and we ended with pig porn. Jesus, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Let's wrap this up in a good way. It's Christmas time. Jesus.
Oh shit.
Happy birthday, Jesus. If you want a mushroom, I appreciate you being a mushroom because, you know.
Is that?
You're tasty.
One more, let's up.
Is that all? Is that all you wanted to talk about?
Oh, man. Pig porn.
This shit still exists, though. There's still porns out there with that shit. Like, people get into that, bro.
Right. I mean, that must be illegal to make it, because if he's going to jail for doing it, or he didn't get arrested.
I'm sure it's definitely illegal. Yeah. Like, but yeah, like these chicks, everybody knows who they are. None of this stuff could have been filmed in a country where it's not illegal, right? And then just fucking shipped to the United States. I don't know if they was.
I don't want to keep going down the bestiality rabbit hole, but there was a special on Vice, and it was kids. I don't think I talked about this before. I don't know if I did or not. It was kids in Colombia or Peru. I can't remember which fucking country it was. A Central American, Latin American country. And it was known that, even all the girls in the town knew that little boys learned how to have sex by fucking donkeys, dog. So, like, even the girl knew as soon as, if a girl meets a guy, she knows that he's had sex with a donkey. Like,
what?
Like, they teach their children, they teach the boys to have sex with donkeys when they or mules, you know, don't get at me.
What country is this in?
We're on the Caribbean here in Cartagena, Colombia.
I'm telling you, so it was a Vice. It was on Vice, bro.
What?
Yeah, this is probably like a 10-year-old Vice. You know, back when Vice was raw as fuck.
So they just basically bend the the donkey's already bent over, technically, I guess. How would you?
That's what I don't get, because, you know, you're gonna get hit, bro. Like, I don't know how it all works, but
and it's you know how they evolve. Like, I guess the evolution of a mule.
I don't want to think about how to get a mule to not kick you. You must be doing some serious coaxing, you know. But
especially by doing that, bro.
But they had a dude, an old man, and he was like, it was fucked up. He's like, he ain't ever got married, bro. He ain't ever had no kids or nothing. He just fucked donkeys his whole life.
Yo he tropezado un proyecto, un cálculo, yo he tropezado más de 100 burras.
He fell in love with donkeys, bro. He's like, nah, I don't need a wife. I have donkey.
Yeah, why? Can you imagine what would be the next question?
Bruh.
What would be the next question after that? The reporter say, show me how it's done.
So, Martin is back there preparing. He's getting himself aroused and preparing to fuck the donkey.
Fucking sicko. This dude watched too much bestiality porn when he was young, apparently. But anyway, we're going to get off of that. Let's get on to something else. So we're going to wrap it up, man. We've been doing this an hour.
I watched a man fuck a donkey, and it was probably changed me for the rest of my life.
It's not fit for children.
No. This is some 18 and older shit. So don't let we should have put this in the beginning, but don't listen to this if you're a kid.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I would. If any of you guys have any bestiality stories, feel free to share it with us in the comments section below.
Yeah, if you were traumatized as a child like we were and not forced, but I mean, you unexpectedly seen it and then you voluntarily watched it, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. To me, I thought it was funny. It wasn't like there was no turn on. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird.
Funny till a pig rapes you.
Funny. Yeah. It's all fun. It's all fun and games. A pig rapes you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a t-shirt, man.
a fucking angry pig. Can you imagine that shit, bro? Getting fucking pinned down by a wild hog? Oh, shit. Damn, this podcast got
good
fucking
thing,
raw.
One thing you know for sure is we can't clip that.
Nah, this gonna be this show isn't gonna have too many clips, I imagine.
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
Might. You never know until you get there, right?
What do you send people for Christmas? Send us a Christmas card. There you go.
Right. Without a horse on it. No horses, no pigs on the cow.
Yeah. Don't send us anything. Go fuck yourself.
Later.
I keep it moving.